there's a lot of people, you know, who look at how you're doing it and how we're focused on Gummy Bear. You said her name is Jamila. Now we know.
Now we know.
But how are you doing, Ted?
Today I'm all right.
And then
Ask me that tomorrow. Might be I might not pick your phone.
yeah.
It gets there. You
Yeah.
know, there are days when I look at the phone ringing and I know it's somebody I need to talk to because it's urgent, and I'm just thinking, I don't have the strength.
That was leading into my question because, of course, honestly, it's almost easier to ask you questions without her here because
Yeah.
just looking at her, you're like, oh my God, the things that she's gone
Distracted.
through and she's not even aware she's gone through.
Yeah.
So you talk about the people who supported you in your struggle, and you talk about the impact that they made. What would you suggest to someone else who might be in your situation? Because like Lydia said before, there are single fathers and there are single mothers. And do you think social media and those people had as much of an impact, or is there something that you also personally had to do for yourself?
I had to do a lot of soul searching. A lot of soul searching. The night her mom died, we were having a conversation over dinner. You know, she wasn't unwell or anything. And part of that conversation was the November plans, and we had tons of November plans. And this is in September, last day of September. And she says, I'm having this horrible headache. I'm like, well, that's not good, but take some medicine. So she takes some medicine. And she says, jokingly, what if I die? What are you going to do with Jay?
Oh, God.
I said, I'm older than you. Chances of me dying before you are much higher. So don't even go there, you know, just jokingly.
Yeah.
And she's talked to her grandma, she talked to her mom. That day she was just so joyful, you know, talking to everyone. And we go to bed, we say our I love yous and stuff. 2 a.m. Jay normally wakes up to breastfeed because she was exclusively breastfeeding. And as she's breastfeeding, I wake up because I'm normally asked for some drinking chocolate, or I'm asked to go warm some water, or, you know, I have to play my part. So I'm awake and she says, this headache isn't going away, get me stronger painkillers. So I go and get her some stronger painkillers. She pops them in her mouth and she vomits them immediately. And I say, all right, we're going to hospital. As we go down the stairs, she says, I can't carry Jay, I'm really feeling too weak.
Yeah.
So I carry Jay, we don't have a car seat. I'm driving, carrying my child, driving to hospital like a madman. We get to hospital, she's on a stretcher. An hour later, the doctor comes and tells me, sorry, your wife is dead. I'm thinking, people don't die of headaches. Can you please?
Elaborate.
Yeah, whose wife? Because maybe you have the wrong person. You know what I mean? I say this so that you understand. I found myself in free fall at that particular point.
Of course.
And I took Jay and sat in the car. I didn't make any phone calls. I didn't know who to call. I didn't know what to say. I just sat, held my baby and said, we're gonna figure it out. That's all I said.
So
We're gonna figure it out.
I have another tough question for you. Obviously, you know your daughter is getting older and will have these questions. How are you going to handle the introduction of her mother to her? Because obviously she was a few months old when she passed. And I think that that's one of the biggest struggles of single parents, is making sure that they know who their other parent was. And I don't think you have any intention of erasing the mother from her life.
Not at all, not at all, not at all.
What do you want your daughter to know about your wife?
I want her to know that she was an angel. I want her to know that from the day she walked into my life, she made a big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw this girl, she had come to do a voice test in my studio. And I opened the door. I thought, I'm in trouble. I am done. Done. I was in love right there and then. But you know, you
Playboy ways.
pretend.
Of course.
Yeah, well, here's the mic, do your voice test. Oh, yeah, come back another day. And we hit it off from day one. We hit it off. She was repairing me as I was repairing her. She was at a broken place and I was at a broken place. And we sort of just like fixed each other, you know, and I'll never hide that from my daughter. The thing is, Jay, I don't need to introduce Jay to her mom. I won't ever need to introduce Jay to her
Yeah.
mom because she knows her mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even now, if I take Jay to a photograph of her mom, she'll say mama, and she'll talk with her.
Yeah.
And I want her to maintain that. I want her to never forget that because that person, without that person, she wouldn't be here.
Of course.
And that person gave up her life for her daughter. She died because of childbirth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no greater sacrifice for me, honestly
course.
speaking.